y'all. Hey. Where'd Shimeka go? Where'd she go? All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are back in this thing again. And I don't know what just happened to Shimeka. She was just here. She was just here. So maybe she's going to go out and come back in. And then we're going to get started. All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is April 23rd. Hopefully, you all have caught. All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sorry. Hopefully, everyone saw the announcement in the Facebook page that we are no longer going live in Facebook. Hope you saw that and that you have moved over to the Instagram and YouTube channel. There she goes. She's back.
I was like, what happened?
I don't know what's going on. But we're going to work this thing. We hear. I am Keya McLean, the poet, and that is
Shimeka Arnold, the art therapist.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. So y'all don't understand. Sometimes it be trying to give us the blues. Like, I be like, oh, y'all trying to prevent us from saying what we going to say? We're not getting ready to stop. I mean, let's just be clear. We're not going to stop.
Right.
So you may as well leave us alone.
That part. I was like
ain't no stopping us, okay?
Ain't no stopping us.
I was telling y'all, I hope y'all saw the Facebook post that we will no longer be going live in Facebook anymore. Effective immediately. We posted that in the group tonight. There's been so many changes
with Facebook.
So many things that just don't work for us anymore. And we were trying to move away from Facebook anyway. So it works. We will primarily be on YouTube, which is where we're trying to drive people to, and IG for the time being. But our primary space will be YouTube. So if you have not subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. What's up, Floyd? I saw your text come through. I was like, that's Floyd talking about where y'all at. I already knew what it said. I didn't even have to open the text.
We're here.
Floyd he be checking us like, come on now.
Y'all it take too long.
It ain't nothing like having faithful people.
That part.
That support us like he does. So we do appreciate you, Floyd, for every single week showing up and showing us love and supporting us. I want to make sure that you guys get a chance to go out and support Floyd as well. He's spoke about his podcast before, but please go out to the Exchange podcast. Put it in the comments, Floyd, so people can also go out and support your podcast because you show us love every single week. Yeah. Every single week. So what's up, cousin?
Hello, cousin. How art thou?
How was your Tuesday?
It was really good. It was busy.
It was busy.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Junior Lily? Junior Lily, our other co-host, is in the building. What's up, y'all? Today was a busy day, but it was a good day nonetheless. It was a good day.
How's the weather out there?
Huh?
How's your weather out there? Mine is sun shining.
The sun is shining.
Beautifully.
It was a nice day today. It got a little chilly towards the end, but it was a good day. Marcus probably would disagree with me about it being chilly, but it got a little chilly for me. But that's okay. We had the door open all day long, just getting fresh air coming in the house.
Nice.
So that was good.
Nice.
But yeah, how's everybody doing? Put in the comments. How y'all doing? He said, I'm right. See, I knew.
You
Like
right.
I knew he would disagree.
Open text. You might find it to be funny. Huh? I don't know. Okay.
Oh, he said open the text. Let's see what he.
Oh, your text
Let's
that
see
he
what he said. He ain't lying. It's funny. I'm gonna have to forward it to you, cousin.
Okay. Look, it's a secret. We got secret
He
jokes.
is hilarious. He is hilarious. All right, so Don said, doing good, doing great, feeling great. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. I'm feeling great and doing great myself. Listen, because the last couple of weeks, it's been a struggle for a girl. This gal over here been struggling, but I was feeling really good today. I can actually like do this
Yeah, I'm glad.
comfortably.
Good.
All right, y'all. So tonight's topic is critical mistakes that can ruin relationships. Dun dun dun.
Uh-oh.
What you think I'm gonna say, cousin?
Being too control sounds. I do.
Do, do,
Control.
do. A
Yeah,
point for you.
I
That's one of them.
will.
So we're gonna get this thing started, and of course, we're gonna turn the hourglass.
Let's get it started. Ha!
These
Let's
are the
get it
days of our
started.
lives.
Yeah.
Okay. Can y'all hear Shimeka okay?
Am I far away?
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you good. I hear you.
How's the volume? I pushed this mic up on me, so
You sound
I
very,
might have
very,
to, I might have to push it back because my voice carries. My
Yes,
voice carries. How is that? Is the
good.
volume good? Can you all hear us well before we get into the topic this evening?
Yeah. Let's do it. Right.
Yeah. Okay. We sounding good.
Good.
Okay. So let's talk about some critical mistakes that can ruin relationships. So we're going to start with the one that Shimeka guessed first, which is being too controlling.
Yeah.
We can't tell you some critical mistakes and some crucial mistakes without telling you how you can do things to what's the alternative to those mistakes, right?
Right.
Because we're all going to make mistakes, but what are the solutions to those mistakes? So we want to share some solutions so you're not just left feeling like, wow,
What do I do?
it's just nothing but mistakes.
What do I do?
Let's talk about what are some things that we can do as an alternative to being controlling. Well, I think one of the things is, why do you have the need to control someone else? Like, that's a question to ask of yourself first. Why do I feel the need to control another person?
Right.
What would you add to that, Shimeka?
It's funny because I just had and I hope I don't veer off, right? Because just let me know if I do. I just had a client in here, and the conversation was, they were talking to somebody, and they were like, I just wanted them to know that they need to not say they love me and not mean it because and I was like, so it sounds like you're speaking out of fear. Sounds like you're speaking out of fear. So what if we what if we don't have to speak out of fear? What if you can just enjoy the moments with that person, and if they choose to leave, it's okay for them to choose to leave. And so I guess being able to let go, being able to say, like, I'm enjoying this moment. It's not guaranteed that somebody's gonna stay with you for the rest of their life. Shoot, even if y'all separate, or if y'all don't separate, if we grow old together, one of us gonna die.
Yeah.
So I think it's I think releasing the fact that somebody has to be there with you.
Mm-hmm.
being able to release that and giving them the freedom to choose. Because sometimes we don't want people to not choose us.
Yeah, I
Why?
also.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not good enough, like that feeling of I'm not good enough. If they leave me, that means I'm not good enough. But that doesn't always mean that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people just leave and that moment is gone. Is that good? Did I veer off? Was I?
No, no, no. That was good, and it actually made me think about something that's. It's not really connected, but it's that whole closure thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you just said, where some people have a desire for closure because they want to control every aspect of their
Mm-hmm.
relationships with people. And
Mm-hmm.
so they're constantly seeking that, well, I need closure. You go from I need validation to I
Mm-hmm.
need closure. And there's just all of these emotional attachments. I think we've been taught to hold on to things and
Yeah.
hold on to people. And that's very dangerous for
Yeah.
us as individuals
Mm-hmm.
because you think you own people. You feel like people are property and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
People can come and go as they please.
Yeah.
And it may not feel good and you may not even understand it,
Right.
but that's their prerogative.
Yeah.
They have every choice. That's their choice to make, to say, hey, this just isn't working for me anymore. And everything doesn't have to be logical. We want things to make sense to us in
Mm-hmm.
order for us to grasp an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't understand it, you're still going to be seeking closure. You're
Right.
still going to be seeking understanding of that. Take the control out of your hands because you don't have control. We
Right.
don't have control. We
Right.
think we
We
do.
can't control people's choices. You cannot control people's choices. And we talked about attachment issues, insecure attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I did, because you identifying that need to control. Sometimes we feel like when we never got the opportunity to choose for ourselves. And so we were taught to, hi, Missy. Look, ADHD. Hi,
Hey,
Missy.
Cece.
Um, yeah, that attachment, insecure attachment is like I gotta control. And then I guess I got a few things in my head. So the wanting to control, right? Wanting to control it, but then also be like, I don't want to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
want
the
to get.
fear.
Yes, the
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah. Wanting to control it and the fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And where does
Yeah.
that get us?
Unhealthy relationships.
Unhealthy relationships and
And
unhealthy
stressful.
attachment styles.
And it's stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful because you always wondering if that person gonna come back. You always wonder. I was there. I felt like I remember being that. I remember, oh gosh, please, I hope they like me. Oh my gosh, I hope they like me. Oh, now that they like me, okay, you're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You can't be with
Mm-hmm.
nobody else. You're mine. Instead of just seeing what would they choose, and it was so much better when I did find somebody, when I was with somebody and they chose me genuinely, and it wasn't me having to finagle or do something to do my little dance, to make sure they pay attention to me or whatever that was, whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
Um, so is that Don? Don,
Yeah.
is it control, or is it some people need affirmation even though they can see/feel the writing on the wall? It could be both. No,
Yeah.
you know what? I think needing affirmation is different than control, right? Because it's like you want to make that person make a choice, right? You want that person to choose you. I want you to choose me, and so I'm going to control the situation so you can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Affirmation could be a love language, like, oh, like, nice outfit you have on, or you're so smart. That's so
Yeah.
maybe
The aff.
but maybe it is after maybe them staying is an affirmation? Is that what you're saying? Like if they choose to stay, then it's affirming to you?
Well, I think that those are two different things, right? I think that a person that needs affirmation is just showing their love language, right?
Okay.
Words of affirmation or um, physical touch or whatever. They need that affirming. I think control is about, and Marcus, his question is getting to that. What steps
Mm-hmm.
can a person take to learn how to release the
Release
control?
control.
Because I think the control of wanting a person to be what you want them to be, to stay with you, when you treat people like property, that's control.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you want them
Your
to,
mind.
mm-hmm, you want them to always be available to you. You always want them to um, be next to you. You want to control the entire situation, and that can be dangerous in a relationship. That can be a mistake that can ultimately end your relationship because that person can feel smothered. They can feel like they don't get space. They can feel like you are, you know, not giving them room to go and have a long time. And I just think
And, it,
that's a
and then
different type of thing.
because then you start doing that manipulation thing
Yeah.
to maintain the
Yep.
control. And when you start losing control, you start doing things outside of rational thought to maintain the
Yeah.
control.
Control leads people to, for instance, getting into somebody's phone or duplicating things so they can see what's happening in their phone. Um, it's those types of things. And Don says the need to affirm that you want them. Like, yes, I understand that level of control when it comes to that. So
Mm-hmm.
the person that's like, no, you need to tell me you want me. You need to tell me that I'm it. You need to tell me that you
You
only
love
want to
me?
be.
Tell me you love me.
Yeah,
Tell me you love me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's definitely control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And then and so Marcus said, what steps can a person take you said already ready to learn how to release control. Um so you know how like when you go to AA and then there's the AA prayer. God give
Mm-hmm.
me the grant me the to control the things I can, and then to I don't even know. See, I'm not even gonna quote it because
Yeah, don't start that again. Don't start that
because
again.
I don't really know it.
We're gonna
But
have a bad reputation for misquoting.
right, my bad. But it's about like so. Okay, so what if hmm, I'm trying to think. Okay, how could you release control? And so the thing is, what if you just allow people to choose for themselves? Like, what if you practiced allowing people to, even if you think it's a mistake? I remember when me and my husband, when I was married, and me and my husband was going to the pastor to talk, and my husband, because I was the issue, right? I was the ad. Oh, look at there you go, Don. Okay, Don, he be on it. Lord, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Don, for keeping her on point.
Yeah,
Cause she'll misquote some stuff in a minute.
sure will. I sure will. I'm like, baby, what was that quote again? What did Jesus say in the Bible? I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, Misi said, why do people feel the need to control your partner or any relationship? So
That's a
I
good
just want
question.
to share real quick so we don't lose track of time. Look, here's the thing. One of Because I want to go straight to your point with your question, babe. For me personally, because I still kind of have some control issues. Not control of other people. A lot of times I want to control situations around me, right? So even I have to work on this. And one of the things that I do personally to work on that level of control is to understand I don't control ish, right? I really don't control anything. So the first step is understanding you really don't control anything. you can make all the plans, you can make all the write down all the goals, but there is no controlling of anything. There's a lot of things that go outside the scope of my plans.
Mhm.
And so what I've had to learn is to adjust. I've had to learn to pivot when things don't happen that way. So when you have a mindset that understands, okay, I can't even control me. So I don't need to be trying to control another person because
Man,
I can't even control myself. There are
man.
things that I do to make mistakes and go the wrong way. So if I can't control myself, I need not try to control another person. That's
Mhm.
not my place to do. What I can do is I can convey my thoughts and my feelings to that person, and it still can't be in a way that I'm trying to control you. It is
Mhm.
just me communicating my feelings to you and my thoughts to you so that you have an understanding. But I can't control another person. We can't control other people. I
Mhm.
can't even control these situations that I try to control,
Mhm.
right? And that is a and that for me personally, I can't only speak for myself. For me personally, that's sometimes fear based and still things that I'm trying to work through with my trauma,
Mhm.
right? Because if I feel like if I can control things, that I'm not going to be at risk. If I
Mhm.
control things, no one can hurt me. If I control things, I'm not. And I'll give you a prime
And that's
example. I
Missy's
don't.
answer right there. What you just said.
Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
like to ride in the passenger seat
Mhm.
because I can't control anything. And I always feel like if I'm driving, at least I have some control over it. Well, I just had an accident and I still couldn't control it. And I was driving and nobody was in the car with me,
Mhm.
right? So hopefully that's a that gives you some clarity for anybody that was wondering about that. Like you can't control yourself. So how can you
Mhm.
control another person?
Mhm.
You can convey your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, but you don't have the power to control
Mhm.
anything. And one of the things that we've said in another live before is things are supposed to just flow. It's supposed to flow naturally. It's
Ease.
supposed to flow like water. So
Mhm.
let things flow. Do not try to take the water and catch it and manipulate it because it's still going to flow. It's going to
Water.
flow right through your fingers. The same way it was flowing out the sink, when you put your finger up there, that water's still gonna flow. It's gonna find a way to flow through your fingers.
Yeah.
That's how much control you have.
Hmm. And so working on releasing control, right? Um, working on releasing control. Um, I ain't saying nothing about backseat driving. I think too. Okay. I'll tell you when I realized I had to release control, right, with my son. I remember the first time I realized I had to release control was, and that was with that relationship. Not to say my personal relationships when I be dating people and I be like, no, you got to do what I say. I didn't say that. I'm about my kid. So he called me from jail one day, and I was like, and so he was telling me what happened and whatever, and I had to, and in that moment, I didn't get upset. I had to not get upset right while he was on the phone. I was like, oh, okay, what got you there? But you're really not supposed to say that stuff on the phone. You're not supposed to really say it on the phone when they're in jail. But I was like, oh, what did you choose to get there? What choice did you make to get there? And he was like, well, I didn't choose to get here. I was like, well, whatever you did, where you there now, it was a choice you made. And in that moment, like, and I got off the phone and cried, but in that moment, I had to realize I had to let my son, because what was I gonna do? How was it gonna keep him from trouble, right? I can't be right there with him. That's not realistic. I'm not gonna be like, hey, Tari, don't do that, and be right, because then I can't live my life. I can't live
Mm-hmm.
life for my other kid, right? My other kids. And so in that moment, I had to release everything that he chose, right? I had to release control of everything he chose, even if he chose death. Even if he did something that allowed himself to lose his life, I could not, because there's nothing I can do about the choices he made. And in that moment, I had to release that. Like it was this mental clarity. Like I remember thinking, like, oh my gosh, if there's uh Unabomber or something, and the kids are at school. I can't get there to save them. Even if I could get there, I couldn't save them.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to save them. And so in that moment, I was like, I had to release. Even if he chose death, I had to allow him to choose it. And you know what it did though? It made our relationship so much better. It made me and his relationship so much better because there was no judgment about what I wanted him to be. There was no judgment about what I wanted him to do. There was no judgment about where he's supposed to go, how he's supposed to go. And I was able to
Mm-hmm.
just build a relationship with him without that expectation of what I wanted him to do, be whatever that bullshit is that we do as parents sometimes.
Yeah.
And our relationship is so much better now. You know, it's so much better. But I had to release that, and you can feel that like inside, like it's a feeling inside when you want to control everything. That's like I want to
Mm-hmm.
control it, and I had to, and it just okay. Now I gave myself the freedom to choose this better relationship with my son.
Because wanting to control it does stress you out, right? It does.
Because
It's
they're
a,
not
it's a
going
lot
to
of
hey,
it's a lot of angst there,
yeah,
because because it's unnatural to do. That is the reason why you feel that. That's the reason why, getting
yeah,
back to the relationship part of it, because I want to give you guys some examples of how why this can be a mistake in your relationship.
oh yeah,
Think about the partner. Think
I
about the
remember that.
partner. No, those are still that I love the one that you use for Tahari because
That's still a
that
relationship.
is I mean, with your kid, that's the most difficult relationship to try to not control, right? And if you're
Mm-hmm.
doing it with them, then you can potentially do that in a relationship. But I want to give you an example of what that looks like, and then I'm gonna move on with my other examples here. But think about it in terms of the person that is following their partner, who's checking their partner's phone, who is showing up at their partner's job, who's constantly calling back to back to back, who doesn't trust their partner. It's just all of these different things. Who wants to be in a relationship with somebody long term
Mm-hmm.
where that is the norm? So it's going to affect your relationship a great deal if you
Mm-hmm.
find yourself constantly wanting to control things that you just cannot control, right? And so again, some steps that you can take is understanding you can't even control yourself. There's no need to try to control other people. Misi put hashtag release control. Absolutely. Release it. You cannot control things. I'm still trying to work through some of my control things. And it doesn't have anything to do with other people. However, it's still control issues that I need to try to get, handled
Mm-hmm.
because in my mind, it's like I have this under control and I don't, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
need to, and even in that instance, that can affect your relationship. Always thinking I can handle it. I got everything under control and not talking with your partner about the things that you feel like can be overwhelming to you. That's another aspect of control. And that
Mm-hmm.
is thinking that you can control the fact that things may be spiraling and you're not talking to your partner, you're not telling your partner what's going on. I can handle it by myself. I can do it by myself, but you're not communicating, "Hey, I need help." That's what you have a partner for. That's why
Mm-hmm.
you're in a relationship, so that you don't have to try to handle everything alone. That is one of the great benefits to it. And when your partner finds out that they're not being utilized, in this partnership, that can be frustrating for them.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to controlling a person, you know what to do. When it comes to saying, I got it all under control, you know what to do. We don't have it all under control all the time. Use your partner and talk to your partner and say, look, this is what's going on. I felt like I had it under control, but I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can we work together on this? I made a mistake and I need to just run this by you so that we can work together through this.
Yeah.
I
There
know
was
we spent a lot of time on that one, but I think control is like a big thing that happens in relationships sometimes that can, ultimately be a deal breaker. Okay, so I have another mistake is people pleasing. Why can people pleasing be a critical mistake that can ruin relationships?
Did you freeze? Did you freeze? Oh,
I think
did
we
you freeze?
both froze.
Oh, I was like, what she say? What she say?
It was
See, and you
like,
know when you release control too, when you release, oh, we moved on. But I was gonna say when you release control, you and look at we have the freedom to laugh, right? We have this
yeah.
freedom to laugh. And I also just want to say real quick too, there was a study that was done that was saying that strokes are starting to be the silent killer of black women. I want to
Mm.
share that since we're talking about control and releasing control.
I'm so glad you shared that though, because I've been checking my blood pressure daily
Mm.
because I had a point where my blood pressure was running high, and it was like, okay, you need to relax, you know. And I meditate every day. I breathe every day. I'm in prayer every day. However, you can't come out of that and then go back to the chaos of worrying and trying to do this and trying to do that and trying to handle this, and you can't. You're gonna stress yourself out trying to control stuff. You just can't do it.
Mhm.
So,
Um,
all right.
Bria left.
So
Bria left
Bree
us at the.
said, I think it can be difficult to be vulnerable in that way emotionally. There's times when I know I'm overreacting, and in the process of taking a step back and overcoming, he can tell something's wrong.
What do you mean? What do you mean? So vulnerable in what way? In vulnerable in that way emotionally, like asking your partner for help.
Yeah, is that the part about getting help? Okay, hold on, because it's another comment. But I've deemed it as overreacting and don't want to share because it's almost embarrassing.
Oh,
So,
yeah. You know what? Get over that embarrassing because we do stuff, crazy stuff all the time. You gotta laugh at yourself because we go do some crazy stuff.
mm-hmm, we're gonna do crazy stuff.
Overreaching, and don't want to share because it's almost embarrassing. It probably is. But if you're with somebody that cares about you, then we go laugh together. We gonna be like, and he gonna be supportive. So so that's why it's good to be in a space of vulnerability,
Yeah.
and learning how to be vulnerable first with yourself. Learn how to be vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
with yourself, because then when you're able to be vulnerable with somebody else, if then you'll be able to see. Because when you're vulnerable and when you care about yourself, when you're vulnerable with yourself, um, in that space, there's this protection without putting a wall up, right? There's this now I can see clearer, like if this is for me, right? If this relationship is for me, if this person supports me, if this person, you know, is because if you're not doing, if not, you're not being vulnerable, then you're putting up the wall, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
putting up the wall, and if you put up the wall, you can't see if that person is for you. You can't see if that person, because you got the wall up, you can't really see. So if you put the wall down and become vulnerable, you'll be able to see if that person's for you. Because if you feel like, dang, I'm sitting here spilling my guts, spilling myself, being my true authentic self with you, and you're making me feel bad or wrong for being that. And so it's like, is this safe for me? So when you're in a vulnerable space, you're able to see, because you can take the walls down, you're able to see if this is a safe space for you. And so we
I
go do
love that.
embarrassing things all the time.
I love that because, and I totally agree with that. I I even look at that with my friendships, right? Because if I can't be authentically who I am, right? And that means vulnerability is going to show up in my authenticity. I'm already a very vulnerable person, right? I think that because of that, I have to show up that way.
Yes.
So I can immediately tell when a person is not for me because I show up in an authentic,
Man,
vulnerable way all
all
the
me,
time. So I
all
already know you show me if whether or not you come in the fold with me immediately. When I see people cringe at my vulnerability, peace out. I ain't mad at you, but
out.
I just know you're not my person
Right.
because me being vulnerable is how I walk around.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I show up, right? What other people may call attention seeking, that's me showing up as vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
That's me showing up as Keya. And
Mm-hmm.
so that may not be for you, and that's cool. But I need to be who I am at all times. And so I love the fact that you said that because A person that gives you that space, that does that for you, is your person.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be willing to do that though, because you're doing yourself a disservice by not showing up in that energy, by
Mm-hmm.
not showing up that way, because you don't get to see who truly,
Man, who you really dealing
truly are
with?
your people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to learn how to do that for yourself, to show up for yourself in a
Mm-hmm.
vulnerable way. As always, I have to go back to journaling. How do you show up in a vulnerable way to yourself? You write it out. How you feeling? What's going on with you? Some of us try to walk around with this exterior of I got it all together. I got it all
It,
figured out. I'm honest. When I show up on here, I'm still honest. The
mm-hmm.
last 2 weeks, what did I say? I'm in pain. I don't feel great, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight I said I'm feeling great. I can lift my hands up this point. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it 100 at all times because that's who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, when you do that, you really get to see, wow, that person for me, and that person for me, and
Mm-hmm.
that person for me. But more importantly, who are you to you? How are
Yeah.
you showing up for you?
Yep.
And
Yes.
you want that type of relationship with anybody that you encounter.
I
And I
think that
know you,
that's sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
I think that's one of the things that too that can hurt a relationship is not showing up for yourself. It's not showing up as you, for you.
Yeah, because that's the next thing that I went to was people pleasing. And I think that is a disservice because you're not showing up for yourself. You keep trying to please the people around you, whether this is in friendships, relationships,
Mm-hmm.
at work. You know,
Yep.
I work with people who do this.
Mm.
You want to please and show this person how wonderful and
Huh.
amazing you are. You don't even show up for yourself like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to show up for somebody's job like that?
Mm-hmm.
That you don't even show up for yourself for.
Yeah.
Learn how to show up for yourself instead of
Yeah.
trying to please everybody, trying to make everybody else happy, and you ultimately walk away unhappy.
Yeah.
Don't
Exactly.
make sense.
It doesn't. I like what Bria said too. She was like, um, "LOL, true. Luckily, he's very understanding, and we can laugh at it after the fact." See, that's amazing. That's some.
Yes.
I'm gonna do some goofy stuff in a relationship on accident, and I'd be like, "Oh, my bad," right? Because we talked about healing is not that you go get it 100% all the time.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna go off on you and be like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that." I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm working on it. I'm not gonna do that no more. That won't happen again.
Look,
But
the growth is I'm down. Look, I said a couple of weeks ago, I said I think I'm down to 2 crazy moments a week now. I think look here. That's advancement.
I still got
That's
like
growth.
I still got like
Okay.
4.
I'm down to 2 crazy moments a week. But I mean, yeah, that's the thing about laughing at yourself. You
Mhm.
know that Bree said. You know, be able to laugh at yourself and move on from it
And-
because it is what it is. You know,
yeah.
don't let it be such a habit to where it is the norm and that's what they expect. Now
Mhm.
they're walking on eggshells because they don't know what's going to happen. And
Right.
that's when it becomes the issue where, okay, we need to start trying to figure this out so that
Right.
this doesn't become the bigger issue.
Right.
So let's figure this out so that these issues aren't repeating over and over and over again, which
Mhm.
can ultimately lead to the demise of the relationship. You don't want
Mhm.
that to happen because,
Yeah.
yeah. The next thing I got on here is nitpicking.
Mm.
Um, let me go back to people pleasing because what I had to fix the people pleasing, and you can chime in on this one, and that is um, saying no, having boundaries, right? Trusting yourself, loving yourself enough where you don't feel like you have to please everybody. Like people will leave you if you say no or if you put up boundaries. If they leave, they leave.
If they leave, it's okay. It's again, it's okay because you're putting yourself first. Okay, so okay. What if it wasn't no initially? Because people have to graduate to no, Keya. So what if it's, let's just, you know what? Let me check my schedule and see if I'm available to do that. Because you gotta graduate to no. Like when people say no, they get like, especially people pleasers, they get a whole panic attack, and they feel
Yeah.
like, and then they feel bad, and then they guilt themselves. So we don't want you to guilt yourself. We don't want you to feel bad. But if you just take a break, and just say, you know what? Let me check and see if I can do that. Let me see if I'm available. And then when you pull back, you check in with yourself. And then they start making you feel guilty. You know you ain't doing nothing. You know you ain't. You know. You know you ain't doing
Mm-hmm.
nothing. People pleasing. Marcus said, people pleasing is one of my biggest struggles. Um. So what if you just chose to say, you know what? Give me a minute on that. Let me come back to you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with that. Let me come back to you on that. And then pull back and say, and then check with yourself like, okay, if I say no, you know, am I saying no because I don't want to do it, or am I saying no, and because it's like, am I saying yes because I want to help? Am I saying yes because, if I say yes, am I saying yes because I want to help and I have the time to do so without depleting me? So what we tend to do as people pleasers, we deplete ourselves. And so
Yep.
again, once you deplete yourself, you're not valuing you nor your time.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're putting them first, and then so you're like pouring out from you. You're pouring out from you, and you're depleting yourself. Eventually, again, you're gonna get sick. You'll get
Yep.
sick because you keep giving and giving and giving. So what if it's about balance? Okay, I gotta pour into me. So this time I won't be able to do it because I need, you're not doing nothing. I probably won't be doing nothing, but this is my time, then I do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love you. I had another person that came in, and they were like, when they tell their parent no, the parents like, you ain't doing nothing. You just want to hang with your friends. You just want to blah 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 blah. And I was like, and you probably do. That's your time to do that. You're
Mm-hmm.
grown. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I'll probably be doing that. So, but I'll see if I can help you after that. Love you.
Yeah. I used to struggle with people pleasing a little bit myself, and but what the result switched me from doing that quickly, because the result of my people pleasing was resentment.
Mm.
I would resent people
Oh,
because I would be doing
yeah.
and doing and doing and doing and doing. And that resentment was like, well, stop doing it. Just stop, Kia. It doesn't make, you ain't got to be mad at nobody. Just say no, right? And when I got the power of my no, when I understood the power of my no, it was no issue for me to have that boundary. I
Right. Yeah.
actually felt good about it.
Yeah.
Like, to give my no with a complete sentence, period. That's it. No
Right.
explanation.
Right.
No exclamation point.
Right.
Whatever. No. And they be standing there looking at you like, but why? Just no. And I don't owe you an explanation,
Mhm.
right? Why didn't you
Yeah.
come to my birthday party? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do...
Right.
Mm-mm.
Is control people pleasing the direct opposite? Hmm. 6 years and counting. That's beautiful. My son had to tell me that. He was like, "Mom, you can say no, right?" I was like, and he was young, right? He was in middle school, but we had this good relationship. So he was like, you can say no, right? And I was like, but I was
I
like,
mean, it's peace. It's so much peace in it. Babe, I don't understand.
he
Is
said it's
control
control.
180 degrees
Yeah,
from
so from
people
it's
pleasing?
control on the other opposite end on the spectrum, right? It's control and people pleasing the opposite end of of that spectrum. Like I'm controlling this person, I'm controlling this person. No, because people pleasing is still a form of controlling.
Yeah, I don't think that that's opposite.
I think it's on the same thing. I think it's on the same, because when you're people pleasing, you're controlling how people see you, right? You're like controlling, like I'm trying to keep you from, because the whole purpose of people pleasing is like I don't want to lose them. I don't want to.
There's
So
good
people,
control and bad control.
yeah, and I think that's still a form of control. I'm gonna please them so
Mm-hmm.
they don't leave me, so they can stay around, and I can show them that I'm good. Look at me, I'm good. Look at. I don't know. Yeah, it's still like this. I'm trying to control how you view me, so you don't leave or say something bad or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm. Floyd said, I no longer have that issue. 6 years and count. I know that's right.
Right. And
Into
Don
the
was like,
no,
into the
into
O.
the O. That's right.
Yeah.
Set them boundaries, and I mean, I think one of the important things about people pleasing is people pleasing is an energy. Let me say this to you. People pleasing is an energy. When people see people pleasers, I'm talking about users and abusers, they're like, here I come, because it's an energy that shows up and they want to take,
Like
they
predator.
want to use, they want to abuse. See,
Yes.
this is why sometimes I'll tell Marcus, I said, there's a stark difference in how people respond to you and how people respond to me. Not in a negative way that I'm saying that, but it's an energy because he, true in his heart, he wants everybody to be happy. He wants to please everybody around
And
him.
that's a
I don't
form of
have that
control.
desire.
But that's a form
I
of
don't
control.
have that desire.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of control.
That's
I
part
don't
of
have a
control.
desire for you to like me. I don't have a desire to be nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
I have, so that's where we're opposite is I don't care how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. He
Mm-hmm.
cares about that. So that makes people want people who are so nice and so amenable to them and make it happen for me and make me happy and please me and do this for me and do.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, people who don't like that, they show me very quickly, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
don't like you
Mm-hmm.
because you ain't going to put up with this.
Mm-hmm.
But I like him because he's a people pleaser. He wants to make people happy and comfortable. I don't care about that. I'm going to be kind to you. No,
Mm-hmm.
seriously, I'm going to be
Yeah.
kind, but I'm not going out of my way
Yes. I'm
to
not breaking
make you
your neck. My back.
happy and please you and
Right.
make sure you comfortable, and I'm not.
Right.
So and that's a stark difference in us, but it's an energy that shows up. Both of us have an energy that shows up.
Yeah.
People love people pleasers. The people that are users and abusers love that because they are coming to take.
Yep. That's true.
They're coming to take as much as they can.
Yeah.
They're coming to use, they're coming to abuse, they're coming to do things,
Yep.
and they're not good things.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. That can affect friendships, that can affect relationships, because people will say to you, oh, you got to be careful about people because all people aren't good people. And I realize that, you're being nice, but I see things in people that you're not able to see.
Mm-hmm.
You're not able to see it because you have a heart that's just giving and that's just doing. Your heart can't see nothing. I see with my eyes and I feel with my spirit. My heart ain't got nothing to do with this because my heart has fooled me a ton of times. You see what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention, watch with your eyes, feel with your spirit. Because people will try to get over on you. How can that affect relationships? Well, if you're giving and doing and the other person is like, hold on now. Because years ago when I was a people pleaser, that affected my relationship. Where my ex-husband was like, you just giving and doing, and that's when I was heavy in church. And I was just giving and doing and giving and doing and giving and doing. And we ain't even about to get in there because that's a whole hour segment.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about that. That's coming up next month. Because I really want us to talk about that because especially as women are in droves in churches, and we give and we do and we give and we do and we give and we do. Mm-hmm. And that caused issues in my first marriage because that's what I was doing. Because that's what you're taught. You are literally taught to give and do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Seriously.
You're not taught to take care of yourself first. You taught
when
to
it
give
says,
and do.
When it says in the Bible, love yourself. I just want to go back to that.
But that's not what's being taught. But I digress. I'm going to move on to the next one. And that is not apologizing and holding yourself accountable. So when you don't apologize and hold yourself accountable, that hurts the relationship
Mm-hmm.
because the person feels like, so you're just not going to acknowledge what I feel at all. You're not going to have any accountability
Mm.
whatsoever.
Right.
Like, I need you to have some accountability. I need for you to apologize. That means you're acknowledging that you were wrong and you're acknowledging my feelings. And then you're holding yourself accountable by
Change
maybe
the
asking
pick.
a question or maybe making a statement like, I'm sorry. I'll be mindful of that next time.
Mm-hmm.
Making a statement, I was wrong. What can I do to make things right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fully acknowledging. That's fully stepping into that and saying, I own what I did. I'm responsible for what I did. What can I do going forward? Or you'll see corrective behavior going forward. Not, I ain't do nothing to you. You tripping. You overreacting.
Mm.
You soft.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why that was like fighting words or something like.
Because they are. That's fighting words. You know it is.
Very
And
trigger.
then some
See triggers show up.
triggers,
Know your
okay?
triggers. Know your triggers.
Know the triggers. And then don't poke bears.
Mm.
Don't poke bears. You know
But
certain
some
things
people
you say.
like. But some people like the drama. You know what I found too? Some people, since you said that, you know what I found too? Some people poke the bear because they. Do you remember that? Okay, I'm sorry. ADH mind um went to the movie where when what's her name was talking about Dr. Dre abusing her, and remember what her mama said, like or her grandmother told her. She said, "When somebody hits you, that means they love you."
Who are
So
you talking about?
um, something in my
Oh,
heart.
Miss Chalet.
Thank you. Michelet was getting abused by Dr. Dre, and her mother or her grandmother told her that when somebody hits you, like when he's like that, that means he loves you. And so she learned to poke the bear. Like she would poke the like certain people that are abuser that receive abuse will poke the bear because they want to get a reaction out of that person to show that means for them that means you love me when you.
Yeah, that those are the people that just gonna have they have to come see you. They need to sit on the couch and get their therapy because no, that is not love. Okay,
Yeah, don't poke
that
the
is
bear.
not love.
They
But
will poke on
but
purpose.
it is true. Like
Mm-hmm.
poking the bear, all of those things. When you say things to people and you know that,
You press that button.
yeah, you know that that's the button.
That's not
Like
okay.
you asking for it, you looking for it. But here are some things that you can do alternatively, and that is take some time and walk away. You know, breathe, um, go listen to some music, just take
Mm-hmm.
some time away. If you're upset, rather than be reactionary, because words are things that are going to sting forever and you
Mm-hmm.
cannot take it back. Once you say
Yeah.
certain things to people, they're going to remember that forever. And so you have to be mindful of that and understand, hey, I can't take this back. And there are things people have said to me and I have never forgotten it
Mm-hmm.
because that's how powerful words are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I may have forgiven you for it, but I've never forgot what you said to me. And I can hold on to that, especially if it's a very painful, triggering thing that was said.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, one of the other ones that I wanted to say, because we're running low on time, is a critical mistake that can ruin relationships comparison to others. Looking at somebody else's relationship or what somebody else is doing, whether you're single or in a relationship. Comparison will, I mean, it will steal all your joy. You know, if you chose a partner, that's the partner you chose to be with. You don't need to compare yourself to what somebody else is doing and how they doing it. And, oh, you should do it like this because they did it like that. And, we should be like this. Or if you're single and you see another single person doing something and you're like, ooh, they get all the dates. I don't get dates
Right.
like that. Stop comparing yourself. You know,
Right.
be authentically who you are, show up as who you are, And
Right.
you don't have to be concerned with what other people are doing and what they got going on.
Right. And I was gonna say too, when you even when talking about the poking the bear and stuff, because conflict, resolving conflict, when you have a disagreement, what if in the relationship it's about resolving the conflict, right? Not antagonizing the other one, not
Mm-hmm.
making the other one feel like feel bad about themselves,
Yeah.
not make like but learning to resolve the what if a conflict is about resolution, not about pointing the finger, not about saying, see, I told you you was wrong, like what if it's about resolution? What if it's about
Mm-hmm.
resolving? Because that's what helps the relationship is to resolve. It's to
Yeah.
resolve it so we can move forward to build on something healthier.
Yeah.
And definitely when
That
you
is so
said
true.
you like with comparison, you don't know what it took for somebody to get to where they are. You have no clue what they had to go through. None. None. So don't
Yeah.
compare with nobody because everybody got their stuff. Everybody.
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 No, say it like St. Louis.
Everybody
Everybody.
got their stuff. Everybody. Everybody. Hmm.
So I think that, we kind of got through most of the list to talk about the critical mistakes that can ruin relationships. And we try to point to all relationships, not just romantic relationships, friendships, and otherwise, because I think relationships overall are important, no matter what relationship they are. They're important and they all are linked to, at some point, our romantic relationships. They all will connect and intertwine.
Hmm.
So think about that, when you're forming these connections with people. Think about that. At some point, all of these people are going to intertwine and connect. And how are you, how are you thinking about some of these mistakes that you may already be currently making? Because I'm
Right.
thinking about it. I'm one of the things definitely is the first one we started with, and that's control.
Hmm.
And it's again, my control thing is not about trying to control my partner. I'm not trying to control Marcus, but I definitely try to control things,
Right.
right? um I've shared this with you all before, that I try to control how fast he go. He drive like old man, and I'd be like, could you go 5 miles faster, like, just so we don't get pulled over for going too slow? Can we do something? I be trying to control it. So, y'all send me love and light so that I could stop doing this, because it drive him crazy and it drive me crazy. Okay.
You gotta look somewhere else. Look at the phone. You can't look while he's
I be
driving.
trying. Okay, that's good, cause I be doing that. Sometimes I'll just be like, just look at your phone, Keya,
Right.
and that helped for only so
Download the
long.
game. Download a game.
I don't be
Down,
playing games on my phone though.
download one. Download one just for that time. Cause then you be
Okay,
focused on it. By the time you look up, you be like, oh, we here.
okay.
I do that
I
with
don't
Dave,
like
my son
playing games on
driving.
my phone, but I'ma listen.
I had to do that with my son driving because I was like, if I look, because I feel like he gonna hit the back of every car we get behind. So I'd be like, because I don't want to be that mama that be like, stop pressing my invisible pedal. I feel the stress in my body. I was like, nope, not doing it.
I'm gonna take your advice, even though I don't be playing them games. But I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna find something I like. I like Family Feud. I like Family Feud. I'll play that one.
Okay, you got, but I'm gonna send you some because you need some games to keep you like where like you need ADHD games like where it have like different like one game got like 5 different things you gotta do to get to.
Oh no, see, that's gonna drive me crazy. That's gonna drive me crazy. I'm gonna be like, oh, no,
I
no, no.
that too, and then okay, I can get this. Okay, I gotta make that too. Right? Okay. By the time I look up, I'm like, oh, we home.
Floyd said I
Oh,
should journal while he
journal while you
driving.
driving.
I can't.
Well, I get sick. I get seasick. Seasick. Car sick.
Cause I write. I'm old. I'm old school, Floyd. I can't write and he's driving, because I like my handwriting to be nice. Control. Come on now.
Now I gotta tear the sheet out because now the print handwriting is nice.
Look, y'all just send me light and love because seriously, I literally spades. Oh, now I can play some spades now.
On the phone.
That's a good one, Andre. Now we cooking.
That was good.
Now we cooking. I'm gonna do some spades.
You
can tell who my St. Louis people in here.
I love
you
it.
You can tell.
Yes.
He went straight to spades. That's
right.
it.
Spades. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Anybody have any comments or questions or complaints about tonight? Anything you want to share with us about tonight's topic? I feel like we was kind of all over the place, but that's okay. It be like that sometimes.
And I get as a
She crazy, y'all. She crazy. I'm just mad I can't get up and get my move on like that right now.
Oh, I know. I'm doing it for you.
I'll be back in a month. Look, wait till I get my movement back.
He said no spades. My nerves can't handle it while I'm driving. You can't play spades. You driving slow. That's what he's here. It's not for you. You going to drive like an old man, so we trying to help you out.
Hey, cousin, that went whoop.
You can't play spades. You driving like the old man. About my nerves. No, for real, playing with Keya. No, for real, playing spades with Keya, though. Like, my cousin really was, like, going in on me when we were playing spades. Like, she was really talking shit. Like, I was like, what? She didn't want to be my partner.
Tell the people, you wasn't my cousin that night, okay?
At all, y'all.
At all. I am super competitive. I don't play.
I was like, and then the shit she was talking when she was winning, I was like, oh my. He said, not me, her in the passenger seat. Oh, she'll stress you. How she gonna stress you out because she plays spades?
Right. I ain't gonna stress you out.
You drive like an old man.
Thanks, Missy. Missy said great discussion.
Yay, thank you.
And the days of our lives.
Time is up.
Was it Days of Our Lives that had it, or As the World Turns?
Days of Our Lives.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So the sands of time.
Don't do it again. Nope. Don't start. Don ain't gonna know that one. Don say he can't help you out on this one now.
I can help you on everything. Helped you once already. Stop.
You already got your axe a friend.
Right.
Okay, y'all. If y'all don't have anything, no more questions, comments, concerns, complaints, we're gonna let you guys go for the evening. Hold on. Bree has a comment here on Instagram, on the Instagram side. She said, competitive Keya doesn't have family and friends, just business partners. LOL, she's in it to win, and don't take it personally.
Right.
That would be another cousin knowing that I am, like, you're not related to me. I don't like you. We ain't cool. Why we playing the game? It's me against you.
It was.
You can't take it personal.
A little PTSD.
I love y'all, though.
Little PTSD. I like on.
And you was like, ooh, I don't want to play this game anymore. She didn't even want to play no more, y'all. She was like, She was like, oh my God. She's like, you're so loud.
She was going in. My little feelings was like, because I'd be making mistakes in space. She was like, ha ha. Yeah, I was like,
location, y'all, playing. Went to another location to play. So she already knew it was going down. I don't know why she playing. She know how I am.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
Okay, y'all. Y'all
Okay.
laughed at us enough. We funny. All right. Until next time, you guys send us any recommendations you have for some topics. Next month is my birthday month. It's also Mother's Day. So send me any thoughts or any suggestions that you guys have. Me and Shamika, we'd love to hear from you guys about just some suggestions and topics that you guys would love to hear about. And again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. This will be the main platform that we are streaming from going forward. Facebook will no longer be a platform that we will be streaming live from. So, YouTube and IG for now, but definitely always YouTube.
Okay.
Competition, another critical mistake that ruin relationships. Babe, you ain't going nowhere. We locked and loaded now. We locked and loaded. I ain't going nowhere. I was engaged now, y'all. I was engaged. So you gonna lose the next time we play spades, and you gonna lose when we go bowling when my back is good again, and you gonna lose, and we'll be good. Y'all just gotta listen to me talk crap.
Right, basically, right.
I just told Bree and Isaac, like, they went to sleep. They went to sleep when we was supposed to play the game.
And they was like,
I know what it was. They got nervous. I get it. Because I win all the time. And then while I'm winning, I'm talking crap the whole time. So,
the whole time.
I get it.
The whole time.
All right, y'all. We're going to let y'all go. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Yes. Marcus and Don are up next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Mwah. That was, wait, I meant to do that. Yeah. Mwah.
Ooh, Shamika.
We did.